Hello, hello, hello. Let's close some unnecessary applications. Oh, I gotta come this way, I think. What am I? I'm over here. Hello. uh, Here, I'll squat down. Different angle today, different view. Super low key, getting over what I assume was the flu. So that was last week. That's why there was no end to the spooky stream last week, spooky season. But tonight we're gonna be updating. we're gonna be updating the RetroTINK, the RetroTINK 5X Pro. I just updated it to version 3.71, and with that means all of my profiles were wiped. My N64, Super Nintendo, GameCube, PSTV, so on and so forth. And so I thought tonight could just be a very low-key, very casual stream of setting all that back up. So you're going to see me moving, grooving, walking around. I may be decapitated most of the stream. I'm not quite necessarily sure. I'm going to be kind of back and forth. I may tweak the camera to see me a bit more. I've got videos here from Wobbling Pixels. Wobbling Pixels, everyone. Maybe I should just raise the old tripod here. How about that? And then you can all see me. How's that? That might be, yeah, that's better. Wobbling Pixels is a must, I think, in the community. Makes some pretty clear, concise videos that round it up all pretty well, and it's not as dense as, say, the wiki page for all of this. So going to be setting some of this stuff up, fiddling with some settings, and just preparing the way for the TINK 4K later this year. I mean, there's only 2 months left, so hopefully sooner rather than later. But let's get this show on the road. And we're going to start with the Super Nintendo. Now, I already had it set up on the Extron to the Super Nintendo, so that's already spitting out to both the tube and this, but I don't need the CRT for this. So let's get to fiddling. You'll see the video that I'm watching. I might be out of frame. Yeah, I'm kind of just barely in the frame here. I might move over for this, but let's see. So we need to hit the play button. So I don't know if so the Super Nintendo here is running through we may want to, can I get this? Let's maybe remove some movement. Now, I talked about doing the ADC calibration. Mario will never be out from behind the menu. That's okay. We can always just back out. I don't, so I've got RetroTINK cables. Or not RetroTINK cables, HD Retrovision. Let's leave it on light. I think that's what I had it set to. I really should just document all of this. Reduce noise in jail bars at the expense of some sharpness. Okay, so this is this is one thing I think my current capture setup doesn't like, which is this, I think it's in the HDMI memo, VSync switching that to frame lock instead of triple buffer. I'm going to leave it on triple buffer. I believe this leads to more compatibility for my particular setup, but I do understand that frame lock is going to decrease input lag. But I don't think it's as, I'm not as susceptible to it, I think. I believe, yeah, it's washed out. That's a black. Okay. So here's where it might get a little weird. We gotta, okay. So we need to go advanced resolutions. I don't know what'll happen here. It shows up on my screen. Okay, it shows up in yours. So yes, so now we've got this scaled up to 1440p. Now we'll go into the horizontal sampling. So we want SNES. Oh no, that was it right there. So there we go. We've got some horizontal optimal sampling. So I guess nah, Mario doesn't look any different there. Or I should say any worse. That's actually sharper. Okay, that's good. So what did I miss? So this is 1080p fill, 1080p over. Here we go. So we can adjust the V size and position. Nah, that's not it. It's not in the D interlacer. Not in the post-processing. Scaling crop. There we go. We got a one scale. Or do you not do that because it's the Super Nintendo pixels aren't? I forget. Well, just wobbling pixels. I'll boost the preamp. Oh, this is PAL. We don't need PAL. This is S video. I'm gonna leave that there. Not applicable. Now these shouldn't really be coming through all that well because we're YouTube streaming, but yes, Chungo. Wobbling Pixels is a pretty cool dude. I'd be lost without him. So this is all that. STV decoder. Whoa. Oh no. I don't think I'm going to only going to set up. All right. Now we have to set this up. SNES. Save. There we go. Man, it looks good. I know it probably doesn't look great on stream. Pretty good looking. I mean, you know, I think it looks pretty good. Let's shut that off though. And so I said that I would do this ADC calibration, right? You know, this thing, but turns out, silly me, I don't have a way to put the color bars on the Super Nintendo or the N64 or the PSTV or the PS2. Only really my GameCube and Wii do I have the means. I don't have ever drives for the cartridge-based consoles. And the PS2, I haven't done any sort of modding journey with that yet. So the ADC calibration, I'm not sure really gonna happen for me. So what we can do is, now that that's saved, load the default. Not gonna be quite right, but let's turn on our advanced resolutions and then move on to the N64. So I don't know. So see, that doesn't show up for you. Can you even hear the game? You cannot hear the game. I mean, not that you were missing very much. Now we have to, you can see my Finder now. There's the QuickTime video. So we're only going to be dealing with the 1440p. We're not going to, the 4K mode I don't even think is any there. So this is one thing. We've got to set up a 320 preset. So let's get this set up here. All right, we're moving on. Ah, perfect. Sorry for the for missing that earlier. I noticed the bars weren't moving. So, I'm glad we got that sorted out because you're gonna want to hear this one. Heck, I want to hear it. Ooh. That's not right. That's an incorrect color. Oh no. See, look at us. I've been having all sorts of trouble with my N64. You're gonna still hear it, but what does it look like? You can't even see it. All right. Those are unplugged until we get this right. I could have sworn. Oh, you know what? Gosh darn it. It was set right. The TINK was set wrong. This is part of why we had to set up I gotta set the profiles back up. Okay. So we should see that, but now I need to set the input correctly where it thinks it's getting component in when we're getting S video over green blue. Now you see it correctly. There we go. Okay. Fixed. So let's set the resolution. Confirm. Back that sucker up. Let's see what Wobbling Pixel says. Pardon me, excuse me. That is coming through. Ooh, very red, very pink. That would be because I had a LUT, a LUT on for bringing HDR content down. Oh my goodness gracious. See, this is the kind of stuff you can expect. So this one, I think this had N64 320. So that's what we want to set this one to. We don't need to futz around with anything else. We can go, well, in this particular menu, we can go to scaling and crop. And I think our, I want to go the other way, I think. That's fine. We're going around. So that's what we want there. What's the crop look like? Whoo! We're cropping out some stuff. Okay, that's good. I don't really care about that, but we definitely didn't want to crop out the side there. Okay, I think we've got that set. Cropping might be different depending on the game, but all I did was widen the crop. This is the 4K mode. I'm not going to get too finicky with phase detection. So where's our status page? So if the status has an I, we would want to switch this. But right now, we're good. The N64, I'm running Insurrection S-Video cables into the Crosspoint and then out via a component into the TINK. But Mike Chi just added, not terribly long ago, S-Video over green blue, meaning I don't actually have to use the S-Video port on the RetroTINK. It's coming in through the component cable, but being interpreted as S-Video, so it looks and colors correctly. It does not show up correctly on the CRT. I'll turn this on. Okay, we're looking at a Zelda game for resolution stuff. Or these are PAL settings. I was like, what is this? PAL, 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 PAL. Now I do want to set I like this one. The PVM look. So I'm gonna oh no, maybe it was the BPM. I like the PVM. We will be setting one of these. So let's save this profile. Oh, come on. Where's the delete key? There we go. As N64. Do I want to put 320 in there? Maybe not. Maybe just do this, and if it's a problem, we can just switch it up. So now, if we go into post-processing, I can go to Esgawsen, intensity 50. Now, why can I not adjust the preamp? Why is that not coming through? Whoa. So maybe you go into here, you go save. And then this is save. Now if I would just want to shut this off, I just go bam. Not super convenient or a little finicky, but on off nonetheless. Okay. I think we're good. I don't know why the preamp isn't adjustable. Let's go back real quick. There's the decoder. I'm not really looking at a static image though right now to increase the sharpness. All right, I'm gonna call it. We're gonna load the default. RetroTINK. It's gonna show up a little wonky, and that's okay. The input is YPBVR. Let's go ahead and set that up. Just confirm that. All right, now this one doesn't have a wobbling pixels. Video yet. But we can still make improvements. So let's go to my tried and true. Bonk. Yes, I would like progressive. Progressive mode has been turned on. Nintendo. Ain't it a thing of beauty? Let's load up the save I did for Chapter Select, Season 1. This is not a terribly thrilling location. We're gonna get somewhere just a bit more exciting visually speaking. Bonk. It's only a one-way? Dang. I could have sworn it was a two-way. I don't think you can jump up into those. Look at me. I'm out here. It's not that long of a trek. It's like up to Petalburg. Endgame baddies. Oh, what was up here? Someone was gonna attack me. I just wanted to get into Rogueport. You know, just want to go right into town. The town square. That's all I wanted. It's gonna be like right here. Okay. So we're in progressive. I could stretch that sucker. I wonder, like, what does that mean? DTV. I think we just want the Forester. Nope, don't do that. Man, looks good. That's the thing, is like, I know there's optimal settings for this. I just don't know what they are. We actually don't need a denoiser because we're... Oh! .525p. 60. Don't want to mess with that. It's gonna mess with the colors. Like, what did I even do? I guess all I've done is set it to 1440p. G, C, save. It may look, I think that's a little wider. Load the default, baby. See, that was so easy. Who needs to fuss? And boop. I need to figure out how to get this Crosspoint to remember which ports I want things to go to. Because it does not remember. Now this one, gosh darn it, I actually do get a little confused with this guy. So we can actually shut the wavebird off. Okay. Nope. Open. Advanced resolution. (1440p). Yes, that's okay. So widescreen settings. So if it's, is it standard 4:3 or is it... This is the part that I'm not good at. That looks pinched into me. 1440p. If I want it to work on both screens, I have to do 1080i, and then that would be deinterlacing, but... See, that looks like... Okay, that looks like a square to me. And that's a wide square. So what happens if I switch this? Does that not look like a square to me? That looks like a box, like a perfect box. That is wide now. That is not a box anymore. Now, obviously that's like really big. I think I'm supposed to be widescreen 16:9. Because that's a box. That's a correct looking box. That looks slightly stretched. But the font look, like the words look pressed. You would want the Wii to be set to 16:9 and the... Okay. Some exceptions like Rebirth games are blurry if it's set to 16:9. So can you, I'll do it. I think you're correct. That's kind of, I think, what I'm kind of coming to. But do you know why, Chungo? Just for educational purposes. And then what was that you said? Or DTV. That, I don't care for the look of that. I mean, hit confirm. The Rebirth games. Now is Rebirth... I feel like Rebirth is what I'm thinking of. Yes. So specifically, look a lot blurry if the Wii is set to 16:9, which, you know, no one wants. No one wants their Wii to look blurrier. So you would say if I was playing Rebirth specifically, I would want to set it to 4 frame. So the pixels wind up stretched in 16:9, as far as I know, where in 4:3 it's closer to a 1:1 match. I'm assuming you're talking about Rebirth there. Let's boot up Rondo. For kicks and giggles, just for a sec. And then, oh. Konami. Correct. Well, thank you, Chungo. Look at my boy Richter. I remember this level. This was a pain in the butt. Those crows, man. There we go. Alright. Come on. Come on, crow. Attack. Oh, no. That, I don't like that. There we go. Jeez. This crow's gonna be the death of me. There we go. Oh, crap. Oh, come on. I thought it was gonna keep going. I didn't realize it would cut back. Bum bum. Leave me alone, bony man. I remember that being really tough for me when I... Oh, there's another bird right up here. Another bird right there. Look at us. We're not doing so well with this guy. Nope. Okay, enough of that. Menu. The menu. Okay. We've dropped 259 frames. I've got to figure this out. Oh, what's wrong with how to make that more stable in my stream setup here. I don't know if it's the computer, I don't know if it's the internet. I mean, it's just 0.2%. It's not that huge of a deal. All right, anyway, let's save these TINK settings for now. Let's call this one, let's call it Wii 16:9. Wii, not Wii. I don't want to use a colon. I wish there was a space. That arrow looks dumb. I feel like equals is gonna look even dumber, but it's the closest we're gonna get to a hyphen. 16:9. And then I could make a Wii 4:3. The Wii is set to 4:3. This is set to 4:3. Or yeah, let's do it. That's what we're here for, right? So I'm gonna go to the Wii. I'm gonna load. I'm not gonna load the default. We're gonna just set that to 4:3. That's, I think, the word screen. Let's load up Rebirth as you mentioned, Chungo. Guys, I don't have my wrist strap on, I apologize. Checking the Wii system memory. Can't have that. Yes, Count Dracula, the king of the demons. Should we get to the moon? The moon looks like a circle, baby. That looks good to me. So now, all that would be contingent for this is choosing the correct Wii profile. Isn't that sad? I would actually want to switch this. But I think 16:9 is going to be the primary one for the Wii anyway, so. Basically, I can't wait to have all of these on an SD card. Gosh. No! I want you to be 4:3. Save. There we go. We've done it. Now it's PS2 time. Put on those advanced. I'm gonna go ahead and just put it to 1440p. Okay. Put the Wii remote back and boot up ye old PS2. Continuing the Castlevania trend, pretty sure Curse of Darkness is what's currently loaded up in the old PS2. And I think I can Properties. All right, so we want to deal with the SDTV LPF. Let me go to the options menu. Yeah, that's a nice cleanish square. That I believe is under the ADC. I mean, give me the crisp. I've got some good cables, and I think my PS2 is good. So let's shut that off. This is the... I'm going to leave it on triple buffer. And let's check. Again, I think we're good. Yeah, that's washed out. That's the black we want. All right. I wonder, so if I go to status, I wonder what we're rocking the eye. It's 512 and 640. Here we go. I don't think this is a 640 game, but I should still make a 640 what you call it. So we want to iRes 858 and then allow interlace. Nope, go back. Whoa, it widened up there. Why did it do that? Granted, this could be for... This isn't the right aspect ratio. And then scaling crop. There we go. Now, I feel like we needed to bring you up a little bit. Where's the bottom of this? Wow, that is big. But that's the overscan area. So let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That kind of middles it out. But now it's correctly scaled to a 4:3. Wow. Oh, thank you, Law. Let me see, what did you say exactly? If you don't toggle allow interlace, the optimal samples is going to apply to interlace content. Oh, I see what you're saying. And no need to feel self-conscious, Law. My room is messy, you just can't see it on camera. I mean, heck, you can see... I got a stack of cables right here that really needs to go away. The capture part of it's a little ugly back there, so you don't want to you don't want to look at that necessarily. So the horizontal crop doesn't seem to be encroaching on anything, and the vertical we know we're cutting off some off the top and some off the bottom. Regardless, so we're good there. The PS2's making noises. That looks good. Now this was for the 640. So we want to save... We want to save this, and I'm going to save it down here because I want my numbers in ascending order. So this one, I'm going to come back. I want to go up to PS2, and this one we'll use a colon with, and we'll put in 6, 4, 0, and save. So that is the 640, and then the 512 will set here, which I think is actually the resolution of this game right here. So we need to go to horizontal sampling. We need to go to the 512. That fits and actually is showing a little bit of little overscanning stuff. So I think already we're doing much better. Allow interlace is enabled. And so let's go back and go to scaling and crop. Well, we're going to stretch it back out, so maybe not. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a bit tighter. And the crop is encroaching on the space too. Dang. Maybe this game is the other way around. Closer there. There we go. It's our 512. Menu text will be less recognizable when using the 512 in a 640 game. So this is, let's save this as PS2 512. And then let's flip between them and see which one gives us the better look. You know what I'm saying? Sorry for the cookie buttons. My new remote should be here tomorrow or Saturday. 512. Save. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go to load profile and just see which one looks better. Ready? Boop. It looks more legible to me. I'm feeling like it, but I guess this is always something to double check. But now we've got both profiles and we've got both for that. So I'm feeling good. Feeling good. What else do we got? Ah. Oh, these are for deinterlacing. Are we still in, do we go to PAL? Yeah, we're in the PAL resolution land. .480p now. We don't know if we're cooking with 480p. I know I don't have tech in. It's pretty good. Wobbling Pixels. Everyone go subscribe to Wobbling Pixels. Wobbling pixels makes the best stuff. I think we're good for now on this. So now, maybe I should set up this PS2 emulator on my Mac. Start being able to poke around. We've got one more that I wanted to do this evening that I was planning on. Go ahead, and this one I might check a little bit of stuff with, but we have one more console to do. Come here. Trusty rusty DualShock number 2. Actually, I want to check something. So before we switch over to the PSTV, I wanted to check one thing on the PS2 in the menus. System config. Clock is still fairly accurate. Good job. Screen size. I wanted to make sure that was selected. Okay, that was it. For some reason, I felt like that may have been switched. There we go. If you don't toggle out. Message. Okay. Last but not least, the trickiest one and one of the devices I'm most excited to get plugged into the TINK 4K is the PSTV. Good old trusty rusty PSTV. Yep, we're in 1080i right now. I think it's a limited range. Maybe not. An integer scale, point, and then unlock frame buffer. Okay, so those things are set correctly, but the rest of this we need to fix. So let's go ahead and, oh, see, says this is already part of my problem. For some reason, I think it's because it's 1080i that's coming in and the TINK doesn't. Vita for the win, indeed, Chungo. So if my understanding is correct, is the TINK 5X isn't really supposed to be taking like 1080i in. As one of its resolutions, it gets kind of, I think it actually enters into the limited color range and other things like that. So I think that's part of why I can't choose 1440p. I don't think I can choose anything. Yeah, it doesn't, it's just 1080p film. But I do know, should allow it because it is running interlaced right now. Whoa, gets all weird on me. I mean, it is 16:9. We can adjust, I believe, its positioning. Okay. It does not like that. Oh, well, cropping is part of a problem. There we go. No more crop we're going to be dealing with there. We want to choose the deinterlacer. It's freaky. So there's a little bit of shimmer there, but if we do -1, it tightens right up. Now, let's do motion adaptive, but with the bob offset of 1, locks it right up. Whoa. Okay. Now this looks washed out on stream. It doesn't actually look all that washed out necessarily on my TV. It's more washed out. I wonder. Well. Uh-oh. It's gonna black out again. This looks better. All right, we're gonna save the profile. We're gonna save it to slot 9. As PSTV. Save. But now, let's oh, you know me. Let's load up Birth by Sleep. So, Wobbling Pixels has a PSP video, but I feel like it's using real hardware, and I feel like the 5X is a little limited when I'm trying to pump it. I'm taking the digital signal of the PSTV, I'm spitting it through a digital to analog converter, analog in, and then redigitizing it with the TINK. It's getting a little messy. I need digital. So let's just boot up. Yeah, final episode. Save file for Birth by Sleep. I think I'm on a map. Dang. Let's go to Neverland. Now this one, I do kind of want to fiddle with. Horizontal sampling. Mostly because I think, I don't know how this is going to show up on stream. Whoa. Where's the... Why did that get so dark all of a sudden? I'm not even seeing real effect here. Ooh. There's your grill. That's washing the ever-living daylights out of it. She's like in fire. Okay, I'm not feeling the... Oh, I kind of wish... I feel like I had a really good scanline setup. No, maybe... Yep, no, we're all set there. So we're gonna open a YouTube window. We're doing this on the fly. Wobbling pixels PSP. LCD scan lines. Yes. So what did you do? What did the mighty wobbling pixels do? So this one I didn't download. So he's got an LCD. Why did that get so dark? And it immediately washes it out. I'm slightly confused. Yeah, this is... I mean, to be fair, the lighting in here is extremely harsh. That immediately just washes it out. Huh. I haven't seen these these particular lines. It's because everything's off. I'll save this still because I really love the LCD look. And we'll call this one PSP. I wouldn't stream with this anyway. PSP. There we go. Now what we can do is let's load a profile. Let's load PSTV. Oh, no. It's like, why? What is happening? Go to live area screen. Quit out. Let's boot up. A little bit tried and true. Oh, what is it? There we go. I think. A little persona. You know what I'm saying? Before we wrap it up, because I did it. I did reconfigure all my profiles. No need to connect to the network. Inaba. This is where I stopped playing. It's quite the gap there. Dude, I was playing on easy. That's crazy. Even easier. Man, this thing looks good. What persona do I have? I have a comma. Those are funky personas. I remember all. Someone is outside my garage. There we go. Well, I think that does it for this evening. I didn't, just keeping it calm, keeping it low key. So, thank you, Chungo and Law, for hanging out. I'll come into frame properly this time. Thank you for hanging out. This was nice. It's good to get the TINK back up and running into proper form. I've got an S video to BNC cable coming in early next week that I'll be putting on the output number 4, I want to say, on the Extron, and that will spit S video out into the CRT, which will allow for the N64 to play appropriately off both displays at the same time. And then that should be it until the 4K eventually shows up, and hopefully I can get at launch. So I think that's it. I'm happy that this is up. I don't know what I want to stream next week. Obviously an actual game will be nice, would be nice. I'm almost done with Spider-Man. I'm playing Pokemon for Chapter Select, but I need to, I don't know, figure it out. I have a week to figure it out. That's the nice thing. I have time to figure things out and just kind of pick and stream whatever I want. Maybe I'll stream Spider-Man or something else. I don't know. I kind of want something snappy. Maybe I'll stream off the Mister, making all of what I've done this evening non-essential for a near future stream. But I'm gonna take the cue from the protagonist here and call it a night. So thank you all for hanging out while I did fun fiddly things, and sorry I didn't do any ADC calibration. I just didn't have realized I didn't really have the 240p test suite set up and running for that sort of stuff. So until next time, adios.